part 2 to the second video. So I always came up with my own little flow. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned some things, manifested some things, and this is not a beginning or ending. It's just. And another thing, I don't want to get lost into, and I don't want you guys to get lost into the whole thinking that you have to be this or be that, be perfect, be da 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 da. Just be you, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? And your ancestors will understand. I know mine did. I had to really focus on who am I, even away from my own ancestors. Like, you know, your ancestors are you, but you are going to have your own signature. Excuse me. You're going to have your own signature. That's one thing that I've come to know. Everyone has their own signature, you know. And it came to me because I was doing something, I think in my journal, I was writing, I'm like, signature. And that popped, I started receiving downloads like we all have our own signature. Yes, we're all tuned in and tapped in. Some of us, we're all tuned in and tapped in on the same frequency, vibration level, but we all have our own signature. So you really need to get to the core of that signature, you know. And yes, have compassion for yourself. You know, take breaks. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to do human things. You know what I'm saying? If you have to, and I'm not promoting anyone to, you know, do anything outside of their boundaries, but if you may have to have you something to drink, or you may have to smoke or whatever, you know, because it's a process. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a process, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't overindulge. You know, your body is going to tell you when you are able to do certain things. Like, okay, I can have me a glass of wine, or, you know, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, still go out and have fun, still meet people, still be you and social and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you have your own signature. And I know for me, that was one of the most greatest things that I ever wanted to learn, is like, who am I really? Who am I? And as I've said in other videos, you're not going to get the full description, multi-dimensional being of who you are, because it's too much for our minds to download. It's too much information. It's too big. You know what I'm saying? And so, yes, we're going to get small bits and different bits and portions of different, you know, we may see something or see a symbol and remember like, oh, I know what that is because I've seen it before. You don't know where you've seen it from, but you've seen it. And that's confirmation, right? So, you know, it's just really profound when you are able to sit down, put things together, sort things out, and take action on applying new techniques and different things and different ways of lifestyles of living, and you're able to be successful with that. And let me just say this, your success doesn't have to equate to anyone else's. It's yours. You may want to gain emotional intelligence or emotional awareness, you know what I'm saying, as far as your own childhood background, or your own different psychological issues that you may have gone through, you know, stuff like that. So there's many different, you may be able to help someone else. That's still abundance, because you are sharing your signature with philosophies and information that can help someone else, and then they can take it, you know, dissect it the way that they need to, and then they're able to say, you know what, let me come up with my own little spin and twist and remix, you know, and then they could take that and apply it to their life, and then they could teach it to someone else, you know. And that's that flow, that's that rhythm, You know what I'm saying? And it's profound if you choose to allow that to be profound for you. You know, so many people talk about, oh, people gonna get their karma. Yeah, but there's a way to put out great karma where you're able to receive great karma. You know, through meditation, through being on a frequency that is high vibrational, getting away from people that no longer serve you, getting away from people that are staying stuck on purpose. They staying stuck and they know they staying stuck, but they're trying to bring you down. Come on. After 5, 10 years, you should even know in 3 years, you need to get away from, you need to, and not only, let me just say this, the universe, let me just say how dope our ancestors is, y'all. The universe is going to remove them anyway. Whether y'all may have to get into an argument, y'all may fight, that person is going to leave. You're going to leave them or they're going to leave you. You know what I'm saying? Something gonna happen, and this is where chaos magic come into play, and chaos energy. And a lot of people, they be like, oh no, I don't want to work with that. And then, listen, and I said this before in one of my videos, I'm not the kind of person that's going to say, oh, you know, love and light, da 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 da, everything is love and light, because it's not. It's not. And you are still in a system and trapped if you think that, because in reality the light can be deceiving, because a person can say, you know what, oh, I'm this and I'm that, and they can use the light to, they can use the light to shine a brighter light on themselves and blind your eyes, if that makes sense. Follow me here. If that makes sense, to where you're not able to see the little cracks in little things that they are doing or that they got on them spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different benefits to learning yourself, because once you are able to learn yourself and learn who you are, and you're in the flow of that and becoming that, you can learn other people. This is why they don't want us to know about this magic. This is why they don't want us to know about, that's the Leo coming out. This is why they don't want us to know about the magic, y'all, because we are that. We are that. And there's so many people, they be like, oh no, I don't know what to do. I don't know how. You don't know what to do because you too focused on what's on the outside of you. You're not focused on what's happening here. You know that is there, but you just choose not to focus on it. In this day and age, there ain't no time. It ain't no time. You should know better. Come on. Times are changing. They have changed. They are changing. It's here. So you either going to do what you need to do the work. You know that you have to do the work, but you resist it. So what does that mean? You blocking your blessings. You stopping your flow. You making your life harder, especially if you especially if you chosen. Especially if you chosen. Especially if you're chosen. I know for me, I kept on getting that niche, something pulling at me. I'm like, what is this? You feel me? And I was in church and everything. Doing good in church. Bills paid, money in my pocket. I'm good. Food on my table. You understand what I'm saying? And it was that pull. I'm like, okay. Mind you, I have been already asking spirit and asking my ancestors. And I just put it out there in the universe. Who am I? Because it's more. And I know it because I can feel it. It's more. And not too long after that, boom, everything. I'm like, I start to see shit. I'm like, you know, I got a little Pisces in my chart. I'm like, I know I'm in a fantasy world. I know I like to, you know, be there in that space, but am I tripping or am I not tripping? And then I had to like start to just uncover certain things. And I'm like, Oh, okay. I'm trying to find myself, but I'm just searching for the truth. Just searching for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just searching for the, and I was on that path too when you hear people, the so-called conscious community talking about, oh, the Illuminati and all that. I done been there, did all that. But I'm sitting up here like, okay, wow. When I really got the download, you are the magic. You are the Illuminati. I'm like, oh, um, like you have that same power. I'm like, do I really? And you do too. You're not crazy. Don't let nobody label you as crazy. Don't let nobody try to pump you full of pills and tell you that there's something wrong with you, because it's not. It's not. It's not. If you can think back as a kid, and not just minus the scary movies, because that's a lot of programming too, but we've all snuck and watched movies and stuff, but just, have you ever been just laying down in your bed as a kid and your mind drift off? That's real. It's not fake. That's real. That's a whole nother dimension for you. And you're able to experience that. Whatever that was. Okay, grandma. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, this is why I tell y'all to really, even through all of the teaching, even through all of learning, reading different books, it's a lot. The best thing for you to do, and this is coming from me genuinely, you have to really focus on yourself. And that's not a bad thing. We think that it's so bad, but it's not. We think it's so scary, and it is scary. I'm not going to say that it's scary, because we know that we have to face certain things. And we know that we have to go there. We know that we have to, it's a possibility that we're going to cut people off, that they're going to cut us off. But you know what? It's your purpose. You have to answer that call. Because if you don't answer that call, it's like you don't know what's on the other side of that wheel that's spinning. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to stay not on my path just to get my ass whooped to get back on my path. No, no. And I'm like, there has to be different ways, and it is different levels. You don't have to get your ass whooped by the universe, get your ass spanked by the universe, and you like, boom, rock bottom again. No. Mm-mm. You know, it has to be another way, and that's being on your path. And when you're on your path, you are able to learn a lot. You are able to see different things on different levels, decode different things, be able to read into different people and their energies and what they're really about before they even come to you. It's a meme that's saying, what you are, who you are is what you will attract, but who you are is you open. You open, you're naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, anybody can come and try to feel not your vessel, but anybody can try to come and attach themselves to you because of who you are. Whether you dark, whether you see yourself as dark, light, whatever, it don't matter. When you are in a search for your own signature, you are open. And yes, you expose yourself, willingly, because we have choice. Yes, you expose yourself to the unknown, which is a beautiful thing, but this is why it's good to understand different things. I learned shit backwards, because I started off like, who am I? What am I about? Then I went to getting away from the religion of Christianity. Then I went from that to fall into the rabbit hole of learning about all of this different knowledge and hermetics and Kemet and Horus and Osiris, and you know what I'm saying? Shout out. But and I'm starting to listen to different people, Abraham Hicks, Bobby Hemmett, y'all know. And shout out to Flight Boss. Shout out to the Peace Dealer. You know, shout out to Am I Tripping or Not Tarot, okay? But I'm like, ooh. And so I got to a point to where I had to take myself off of, I had to take a break and really think about, because you can get lost in a rabbit hole if you're not careful. So I had to take a break and then get back centered and ask myself again, who are you? What's the path? You know, and it's self. Yes, we're going to learn from other people. Absolutely. I like to learn from people. I don't give a damn if you Asian, black, white. I don't care. I like learning from people because you could take the Bible, you could take the Kabbalah, you can take anything, have it, different books, learn, go back to go reference stuff, look up stuff. Yeah, go to the internet, of course. You know, but how do you take that and then you fit it all into who you are? Like, boom. You know what I'm saying? And you just, you go with the flow. Sometimes we can think too deep. Sometimes we can be on a subject for too long and get lost in it. So you have to pull yourself back and say, okay, let me get my shit together. Focus on self. Focus on my home. You know, focus on, which I never got out of whack with that, of course. I got Taurus in my chart too. So, you know, the home life is, it has to be intact, you know. Stuff have to be in order because I'm like, okay. I feel off balance if stuff is not intact. So, you know. But I just wanted to come on here and share that with you guys. I'm not going to get further deep into any more subjects tonight, but I definitely will be bringing more videos. And yeah, shout out to you guys. And if you like this message, if anything that I've said in this video has resonated with you, make sure that you do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you do love beauty like I do, okay, head over to my beauty channel, MHN by Terra and Beauty, and I'm going to also shout out my other page, Terra Goddess Intuition. So I will be uploading this video to both of the channels. So I like to cross network sometimes, but I understand that people like to see different sides to you. So this is why I have the Goddess Intuition channel, and then I have my beauty channel, you know. So you guys can have a variety of me. Okay? So I will talk to you guys later.